Today is the day to buy cryptocurrencies or other altcoins. Check it out. This is actually kind of awesome for a lot of reasons. I mean, I feel bad for people who purchased at the top, closer to that $20,000, because Bitcoin is down almost 50%. I have been talking about a pullback. If you've been following my channel, I've been talking about this all along. It could go further. We're seeing some interesting things here on these charts. So it's like kind of a double bottom there, which sometimes means, at least that's what it looks like, see in this view, that sometimes means that you're hitting some support areas. I don't know though. It's okay if it does hit support and starts going back up. Obviously, I'm fine with that. In the long run, that's where I expected to go. But at the same time, let's talk about why the market's down, and let's talk about how we handle this. First of all, they're over here on Twitter. By the way, I just tweeted BitConnect. We are able. The website was up yesterday. I did a reinvest, but today I can't. The website's up, but I can't log in. And if you go to their actual Twitter account, they haven't posted anything in a little while. So we'll have to see what's going on there. Hopefully they'll get back to us soon. Everything get back to normal, because I got to tell you, it's days like today that you like to be earning Bitcoin on a daily basis. So by the way, come follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. Let's talk about why the market is down. Let me see. Is it, oh, sorry, wrong one. So John McAfee made a comment about this. Everyone relax. If you don't know who John McAfee is, he's the creator of McAfee Software. He sold that company years ago, or sold the product, and essentially the company name years ago. However, he's big into cryptocurrency. He says here, everyone relax. The crypto dips was caused by Mike Bell of JP Morgan claiming governments could ban cryptocurrencies. Well, how? This is the same company that called BTC a fraud. It's a bank, FFS. They are rightfully terrified of what we are doing, but it can't be stopped. I disagree with John McAfee, and I'm pretty certain that I'm correct. It can't be stopped. It could be slowed down. However, that's irrelevant. Long term, it might not be stopped, so maybe he's right long term. So we've got some, news out, some negative news out about this from this guy Mike Bell. Plus the South Korea thing, I think, has gotten people spooked. Plus, you keep hearing the mainstream media over and over again, cryptocurrency is too high, it's too high, it's too high. And I think that across the board, with the market started to dip, and then people really started to sell. What happens is when the market starts dipping, people get nervous, and there's always some panic selling, and that may be what's going on here. It's good to see, because it means that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies can start creating a foundation of price movement. There's no way that this right here can continue forever if it's going to come up for me. Basically, if you've seen the chart before, it looks just like a big old hockey stick. That can't go on forever. That can't go up forever. So here's what I would recommend today if you are in this space. It's not financial advice. This is what my opinion, and I'm just an amateur. Here's what I'm doing. Let me just put it that way. I'm looking at buys. So Bitcoin, if it drops below 10,000, I'll definitely be buying. I picked up a little bit at a couple $100. I bought some Bitcoin, but if it drops below 10,000, let's just put it this way, I'll find some more money to pick up a little bit more. Because a lot of times people are like, man, Bitcoin, when it hit 20 grand on December 6th, people were like, man, I wish I would have got in sooner. Well, here's your chance to get in sooner, to get in at a lower price. And do I know where it's going to go? I don't. I mean, do I think it could continue to drop and go a lot lower? I absolutely do think that's possible. But if it hits 10,000, below 10,000, for a lot of people, that might be a psychological threshold. So at the very least, I expect it to stall, kind of like it's starting to do here, at around 10,000. So if it hits below 10,000, I'm going to definitely buy some more. This is when you love to be earning crypto daily, because it's not about the dollars as much as the cryptocurrency, if you have faith in the currency long term and the technology long term. By the way, let's come down here and look at BitConnect, because it is tanked. I'm holding some BitConnect coins, about 1.5. I've considered buying more today, but if the platform comes alive, I may not do a reinvest today. I might just buy some more BitConnect coins with my interest, and that's not normally what I would do. But at these low prices, I mean, this is buying. So I'm probably going to do that. So we'll have to wait and see if the platform comes back up. Hopefully it comes up today. I read somewhere that it could take 24 hours, but I don't know what that was referring to exactly, so that might not be correct information. We'll have to wait and see. So people are panicking clearly, but this just means that here's the thing. Let's see if I can get this graph to come back up. I always like when I see a pullback because that means that when you're going to all-time new highs, you don't know how much higher it can go. But when you see a pullback, you're like, yep, you know what? It's been that high before. It can always go back. And here's the thing. If this gets much worse, I do not, personally, I'm not selling anything ever because I'm a long-term holder. But here's what I can tell you. I remember in the 90s, I was just getting into stock market investing in the 90s, and the 90s bubble hit. And just before the bubble hit really hard, me and another young guy I was with, we were always looking at these, charts, and I remember we were like, Yahoo, look, it's at 12-month lows. So in our thinking, you got stable companies that are low for the year, then that's a good sign. Like they're probably good. There's no reason, there's no bad news. They should go back up. This is a good time to get in. So we did that. We took our little money and we got in all these 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little stocks that were at 12-month lows. Lo and behold, right after that, the bubble just crashed, and it crashed so hard. I'll never forget on the news they were talking about Priceline.com was at $1 a share, if I remember correctly. Now take a look at this. So here you go, Priceline.com. This is the actual price of Priceline.com. $1,900 right here. $1,900. A few days ago it was quite low, $1,800. I'm telling you, this was below $10, and if I remember right, it was like $1 at one point in the 90s. And it's just skyrocketed. So that's the people who sold it at $1 are hating life, because I think the highs of this stock, I don't even know if it was triple digits at the time at the highs. So anyone who bought in, I mean, if they held it through the 90s, they are looking beautiful today. So I believe the same thing is going to be true to some extent with cryptocurrencies. They're going to go up off their lows. They're going to have lows. Keep that in mind. They're going to have lows. I don't know if this is the low. It may go lower, but they're going to have lows. So I always tell you, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. You don't want to be in a place where you're like, you want to be in a place where you're like, oh, right, I get to put some more of my money into this thing while it's low still. So when people are selling, you want to be buying. So people are selling today. What I would recommend, if you have a monthly budget, a weekly budget, your kind of your fun money, your splurge money, your risk money, whatever you want to call it, if you have that available, you want to buy now. If not, whenever you have it available at the end of this week or next week or whatever, that's when you want to buy. Again, that's not advice for you. That's just what I do, and that is what I'm doing. I have money set aside. And I typically make an investment about once a month. But today, obviously, I'm looking at making an investment today, which is not my normal day. It's not my normal routine, but it's because I want to seize the opportunity. These markets are so low right now. And you know what? I mean, gosh, I hate to say this. I don't have a crystal ball. If I knew it was going to go lower, I would hold off. But I could see all this doubling. Like I could see it dropping 30%. I could see 40% averages in the market. And I mean, I hate to, say that, because I know there's somebody that's like, no, don't say that. I bought in at the tops. Hey, listen, if you bought in the tops, then you dollar cost average in. That means that you still keep buying on the way down, and that way when it goes back up, you've got your overall cost, average cost per purchase, down a bit lower. That's what I would have done if I had purchased at the top. Again, that's not personal financial advice to you. I'm just telling you what I would do. I'm an amateur, I'm an entrepreneur and an investor, and I love the crypto space. And this is not my primary investment at all. I've just got a few $1,000s at most in this space right now. But number one goal is don't panic. You want to be in a position where you can take advantage of dips in the market. If you believe in the technology long term, you're not worried about it. By the way, NEO, great example right here. One of the reasons that it's only dropped 8% when there's other things that's dropped 20%, 25%. The reason NEO's only dropped, look at that, 27%. The reason NEO's only dropped 8% is they have a strong use case. There's a lot of companies coming on board right now with ICOs. NEO's a platform where people, a blockchain platform people can program off of. There's others out there like Ethereum. That's what Ethereum is as well. However, NEO has a lot of companies right now that are coming online with ICOs using their platform particularly. There's a strong use case for NEO. Is being used right now. The platform is being used. It's not just a theory, it's developed technology. So as you can see, it's actually quite resilient in the market compared to a lot of these other currencies. That's why. Even Bitcoin, far lower drop than most items on the market. Check out this. Bitcoin dominance is up about 2% over where it was yesterday or day before. So you want to have coins you believe in, coins that have real use cases, that have solid fundamentals behind them. And that's really what you're looking for in this space, especially right now. That's where you want the bulk of your holdings to be. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you're in a position to be able to buy, and if nothing else, you want to hold that cryptocurrency. Again, not financial advice. That's what I'm doing. I'm holding my cryptocurrency. Even if it drops down to, $2,500, $2,000, $500. If it went down to if Bitcoin went down to $500, I'm telling you right now, I am not selling. I am holding this for the long term. All I'm going to do, if it drops down to $500, is buy more Bitcoin. Buy as much as I can, actually, if it drops that low. Thank you so much for watching. This is an incredible space, and it is exciting times, and we are currently a part of history. It is a wild, wild world out there in the crypto space. Have a great day. God bless.